Thank you. Board of Trustees, we'll just go right to left. Trustee Zia.
Yes, thank you, President Otto. On June 25th, a press release was issued by the College District regarding an alleged decision back in January 2014 to provide a salary increase for the superintendent. It was implied that the press statement was put out in the name of the entire Board of Trustees. I'm very uncomfortable with this and would like to clarify and publicly state for the record that I was not given any opportunity to review this press statement that was made on behalf of the entire board, nor did I ever give my consent to it. Given that there was no formal vote reported out of that January 2014 or June 23rd, 2015 closed sessions, I would like to formally state that I disagree with the press statement conclusions and firmly believe that we should have had an explicit and formal vote so that we don't appear that there was any such action rather than giving an appearance of an unauthorized pay raise for the superintendent. We need to do a better job of following the Brown Act and transparency. Thank you.
Trustee Archuleta.
Yes, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to our former President Kellogg for his leadership. And thank you for serving as president for 2 years. And I also want to congratulate our new president, Mr. Otto. So congratulations. And then thank you for nominating me as vice president and for electing me as vice president. And I want to just mention this morning, we spent most of the day reviewing data and looking at student success data. And sometimes when you look at the data, you can get discouraged because you don't see what you want, or we don't get the expectation that we want, or that the performance that we would like to see. But I think that we get reminded when things like the students the engineering students who just got selected and who are going to be representing Long Beach City College, when they get selected and they compete in this process and they get to move on and to represent our institution, I think we need to consider that student success is not just about the data, it's not just about persistence, it's not just about retention and completion, but it's also about these achievements, these gains that our students make, and that they get to go and experience greater competition somewhere else, and they get to share their skills. I think that's what student success is about, not just about the data that we see, and then we know that data can be skewed. So I think we need to celebrate these small accomplishments. And they're not small accomplishments, let me just clarify. They're significant accomplishments, and this is what student success truly is about, seeing our students excel. So I want to congratulate them on this achievement.
Thank you very much. Trustee Baxter.
Yes, hi. I'd like to report on what I've been doing since the last board meeting. I attended the Altrusa Club of Long Beach Scholarship Fundraiser. The Altrusa Club has been donors for our scholarships for at least 30 years. Then I also attended the State of the 5th District address by Councilwoman Stacy Mungo to learn about what's going on in the 5th District, which of course is the district that I represent. I attended the Steel Magnolias kickoff. The Steel Magnolias are a group in town who support students with disabilities, and I'm happy to be involved in a fundraiser that they are having September 17th. And then I sold fireworks at the Lakewood Pan Am fireworks stand. The Lakewood Pan Am Association gives scholarships to Lakewood area students, who I also represent, through the works of selling these fireworks. Then also kudos to John Pope and Stacy Toda. President Oakley and I nominated General Peter Gravette for the CCLC Distinguished Alumni Award. General Gravette is the Secretary of the Veterans Administration. He just recently retired from that position. So he will be honored at the CCLC meeting, which is November 20th and 21st. He is among the many Long Beach City College alumni who have been selected by the state, by the CCLC, as distinguished alumni, and I'm very proud of the fact that he will represent us very, very well, and a thank you to John and Stacy for putting together the nomination packet.
You, Trustee Baxter. Trustee Kellogg.
Thank you. Well, it was mentioned that and I encourage everyone on August 21st for College Day, that's even an opportunity for board members to be there and involved in a lot of ways. And the first day of classes is always a great day to be on campus as well. Also, we are going to be having the official ribbon cutting for the Culinary Arts and Math Complex, another piece of the puzzle here. And so that's going to be very exciting as we begin the new academic year. And so those type of events are enjoyable to be part of, and I'd encourage everyone to attend. And then final note, this group that we have talked about was also mentioned in the press telegram about this, for lack of a better word, those magnificent men and women in their flying machines, sort of. If you ever watch that event, it's sponsored by Red Bull. I think they are all full of Red Bull when they take off. You have to, if you haven't watched it, the time in the air is usually, it's not by a watch necessarily, it's usually by your fingers, 1001, 1000. So, but it's amazing to watch these events, and I don't know how it began and how it became really, it is a engineering marvel, but I don't know how the origins of it all started, but I'm proud of the fact that Long Beach City College has students involved, because in the past, when they started, I don't think anyone could spell engineering, let alone know. They just took off. But it is a really fun event to watch, and it's neat to have some students from Long Beach City Colleges where, if you notice, it's not just the machine, quote unquote, it's also the attire. I mean, one's dressed up in an American Eagle costume. So I mean, so we'll be interested to see how they do representing Long Beach City College, and that's a fun one. So, and congratulations, Trustee Otto, Trustee Archuleta, and look forward to this upcoming academic year. Thank you.
It is my understanding that the Long Beach City College group has said that in the Flutag that their goal is to bring dignity to this event. All right. This is an opportunity for Board of Trustees to request items for future board reports. Are there any such requests? If not, we'll move on. This is now time for public comment on non-agenda items. We have one, and that is Thomas Hamilton, who has waited patiently for this meeting to come close to ending. Okay, Mr. Hamilton, you have 2 hours.
Beautiful. I only need one, though. First of all, good evening, President Kellogg, newly elected President Otto, Vice President Archuleta. And I want to say thank you to our former President, Jeff Kellogg, as far as for his dedication and leadership over the last 2 years as far as with the district. And to piggyback what he said earlier, that the fact that things have changed over the last year as far as like in the college. This time last year, Classified didn't have a contract. And now because of his leadership and the newly elected Board of Trustees, contract has been signed and the Classifieds have a contract. In addition, which is really great, is that for a lot of classified employees, in 3 days, they'll get a first check in August, which they haven't received in over 3 years. And also in 3 days, the classified employees will be getting an increase in their paycheck, which they haven't received in 8 years. So I want to say thanks as far as like to the members of the board, especially the new board, and those as far as that did a lot of the fight and the support, and with your approval that we do have a contract. And in addition, restoration has also begun as far as like with the contract employees. Also want to thank President Eloy as far as his support in that, and I know it's been a battle back and forth over the last year as far as in order to get this done. but I found out that, some of those things have to be done and come to agreement with individuals and people that we don't all necessarily have to agree all the time. But like I always say, I only have one agenda, and it's always a classified agenda. And I want to say thank you for your support and your vote of confidence. Thank you.
You still have an hour and 57 minutes if you want to. So ordinarily, we would adjourn about this time, but we need to go back to a second closed session. So I'd just like to thank all of the staff that worked hard at the retreat today, both getting it ready and attending. See a little bit how the college works, and thanks for all your hard work. And so with that, we are not adjourning because we're going back to a second closed session. And if I was a betting man, I would say that when we come out of that next closed session, that you won't be here. But then we will adjourn.